Give her that one.
Which one?
Oh, it's another bell next to you.
Thank you. You not about to be up in here. This your podcast.
No,
I need a bell because I'm a guest.
We got you,
Okay.
sweetheart.
Thank you.
Wait.
Wait a minute. Oh, this is what we doing?
Yes,
y'all-
that's exactly
The
what we're
guest
doing.
got the bells.
Remember, you started
I didn't
this.
start nothing.
Yes, you
I
did.
gave her one bell.
All right. I'll be
Marv,
like-
did you post everything in the group? Please.
What
Live
am I
video is
posting?
currently
I told you
rolling.
already.
Already rolling.
Phone number's listed. You guys ready to start?
She
yet?
put the number on there, so it should be covered.
Are we ready?
I believe so.
Jumbo. All right, mic's up in 3, 2.
Let's protect this house. Welcome to Hadage Underground, everybody. This is the mighty Meta Baron,
Voice the villain.
Macho Samson.
and we are joined by two wonderful guests today. First, the lovely,
Brittany Nicole.
welcome Brittany Nicole, and to my immediate right, the legendary Young Wolf.
Legend.
Why you give them all that?
Yeah,
Right.
I go
Right.
by
Jesus.
My man's, go ahead and
Pretty
introduce
boy.
yourself.
Oh, God.
Ruhan.
Pretty boy Ruhan.
Here come the hate.
Here comes the hate.
The hate is already in the room.
I got to contend with 3
The LS
light-skinned niggas.
The LSA does not approve that message,
Do all that.
Yes.
but since he is a fellow light skin, we gonna support him.
We gotta support him, man.
Exactly.
How's everybody
stick
doing?
together,
How's
baby.
everybody feeling? today?
Amazing.
Amazing.
Yes.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
No
Just
problem.
getting off work. That's
Okay. Working.
Getting them checks.
Yeah.
How's your day, Billy?
good. It's going well. Can't complain. Got drunk in Royal Oak. Now I'm here.
That's awesome.
You know.
I had a hell of a day out in the insane asylum earlier today in Warren.
Mhm.
I mean, it's Warren, so it is what it is.
Oh man, me too, man. I was drinking before I got here, but I didn't know they had a bathroom, so I had to do an emergency pullover.
I understand.
So
I understand.
I'm sorry you're in front of somebody's house in Royal Oak. But
Oh, no.
Oh no.
y'all see a yellow
right.
outfit. That was
Jesus,
me.
don't incriminate yourself.
It's the one and only.
Pete
What about
Nash
you? What about you, Macho?
And I got some sleep, and that was all I could ask for. Just some sleep.
That
That's
shit is
life.
that shit is priceless, though. It's amazing.
Priceless, man.
It's amazing how you become a full whole ass adult and realize all them punishments that you was getting
was
as a
the
kid
best.
Was
the
the
best.
best.
shit of all time.
Like, I wish I could go back and say,
Take a nap,
oh,
not going outside the fucking house,
They
eating
should
at
bring
the
back
crib.
hammocks. They
Like-
should bring back hammocks.
Hammocks is clutch.
actually, on Sunday, we went to Gus's fried chicken or whatever.
How is that?
Never
Yeah, because
been.
we got a Gus downtown near Fern. We got a Gus downtown in Detroit. Like
Right. And it's over by Selden, over in that area.
Yep.
So after we finished eating, it was straight.
Okay.
Um,
Bland. You just being cute.
I
Go
mean,
ahead.
you know, whatever. So after we finished eating, I'm like, my hair brand out there. I'm like, let's walk around downtown. Dumb. So we're walking around, and it's these like abandoned houses, and of course, you know, are taking over. No shade, no tea. But you know, they was like in the background, in the back of their house, in the
Gentrification alert.
you know, they were in the backyard living their best life in a hammock.
wait, was this on like Trumbull?
Wait a minute.
No, it was like cat a corner from Gus's Fried Chicken.
Oh yeah.
So it's like an abandoned building, of course, naturally so.
It's like rich bums.
And they was like, so I kept walking in the back like, what y'all doing?
They're called hipsters, Macho.
Oh, that's what we call them.
I prefer
let's not
the
get it
term
fucked up.
rich bums. That was nice. Rich bums. Hashtag rich bums.
Hashtag
I'm putting that on
How do
Instagram.
you be a rich bum?
Easy, nigga.
Easy.
Get a man bun, a flannel shirt, motherfucking
And some knickers.
some knickers.
Knickers.
Yeah.
Some niggas.
Knickers.
You gotta drink. You gotta drink craft beer, and you gotta listen to like
No.
You gotta take up some useless hobby too.
Yeah.
yeah.
Like butterfly
Like
counting.
knitting. Yeah.
Oh,
butterfly
like-
counting.
Butterfly
Knitting.
counting.
Like Yu-Gi-Oh cards and
And they
Dungeon
Shout out to-
always
hey,
make
shout out to the
like
trap
millions
cards,
of
man.
dollars.
trap cards.
They be rich.
Counting crayons.
I mean, I wish that I had access to the knowledge that some of these rich bums have. I mean, these people have become my neighbors. I've stayed downtown for like the last 15 years. I've stayed downtown, so I've seen it grow. Like, and I mean, I stayed in the Cass corridor back when it was still the Cass motherfucking corridor.
Talking about where the crackheads weren't friendly.
No, if I
Reason to.
If you didn't know me, describing my old apartment building seems like a motherfucking lie. Like you,
You was living in the Carter.
when me, Randall and Will lived in the motherfucking Carter. I'm talking about like,
Y'all calling it the Carter now?
bro, like the elevator was like a saw trap. It was like it had the initial door and then the gate. And I remember coming home and it was like a separate puddle of piss and a puddle of blood in the elevator. Bro.
Ooh.
You got skin in
Pick your
there.
poison. nigga.
Someone had a hoot.
If you want to call it that,
Yeah, more than a hoot.
motherfucker.
Hoot nanny. It's a whole hoot nanny.
I remember talking to
She
Lil
died,
Will.
though.
I remember
Hey, shout out to Lil Will if you listening.
Shout out to the homie.
Shout out to the
I was
homie.
talking. I talked to Lil Will. He came home one day, couldn't take the elevator because it was out of order. And out of order either means it was too disgusting to take, or the shit was literally
Piss
broke.
stains was too rich.
He had to ask some prostitute fucking some nigga in the hallway to move out of the way. So,
This is why we control them.
Hold on.
No, I'm gonna get on it. I'm gonna get on my stuff.
so
Little
it's okay.
I love
That's
it.
it.
Yeah.
Y'all slow on the
That's
intake.
enough. That's enough of that.
You gotta have that hand
No,
ready.
speaking of broken elevators,
I'm feeing on your
Okay.
story.
I thought you was about to say speaking
Oh,
of
I've got
prostitutes.
one too. And it's
Oh, no.
life changing.
Look,
Yeah, it's
we
some-
heard enough piss stories.
No, it's not.
No, I want to
piss.
hear what the engineer got
No,
to say.
so
Let
you
her
know,
speak.
during the day I work in property management, and the one building that I manage is 12 floors, and it's a senior and disabled building.
God.
Need I say more? But I will. So this was last week,
Sounds the fuckery.
and they're like the freight elevator isn't working, and I'm like, okay, so we called an elevator company out.
Okay.
Now, someone had already been stuck in the elevator. So I had to call the fire department. And they came out, got the elevator open. Then why did the elevator tech get stuck with like 3 residents in the elevator?
Were the residents women?
Yes, and she
Of
was like,
course, too.
Please
One
tell me
had
they
a-
weren't late
Wow.
for bingo.
one had a heart condition. No, bingo is in the community room. And, so,
She said heart condition. Ain't nothing going on.
and I'm
with
like
that.
dying. So I text my boss. I'm like, hey, why is the elevator tech stuck in there? He's dying laughing. He's like, I hope you having a good day. I'm like, this is a hoot. This is a good time.
This is terrible.
Yeah,
You
it
know-
was funny to me.
You know what I noticed about those like senior high rises?
There's something funny about that.
Is it? I was about to say,
Yes.
is it? What?
So
Where you going?
you got to bear with the
Y'all-
bearing, bro. So, and this is particularly of your interest, Macho. You remember staying in the dorms? You remember
Shout
all,
out to State.
you remember all that?
Shout out to state.
You remember
Shout out
all
to
that all that fly
No
jiggy
shout out
nigga
to
shit
State.
you was on in the
Yikes.
dorms?
Of course.
Yikes.
Easy access to box,
Hey.
food, fucking with niggas
Oh,
in the
yeah.
hallway.
Always.
Well, the senior assisted living places are like that, except with old niggas. And now,
Oh, you
with,
talking about with the STD
and
rate?
with the,
Oh my
and
Going
with,
up high?
I was just about to bring it up.
Let's just talk about
And
it.
Yep.
with the advent of weed, somebody's grandmama is in there getting fucked.
Of course.
What? Yeah,
Every
I
day.
don't want to hear about nobody grandma.
I'm talking about
somebody
certain
grandma
Can we do a
gotta do it.
timeout, Bill?
I've seen a resident.
God.
She put another resident on her walker, like the walker with the chair to roll him to her unit.
That's a good girl.
Yes,
Oh,
That's
man.
a good girl.
Yes.
He can't get there, but he'll help you get there.
Hey, wait. Let me ask you.
I'm gonna
Bars.
let you finish.
Let me
Niggas
ask this
niggas out there
question.
throwing disabled dick like
That's
Bars.
that
for
AR,
that $7.51 a month.
You know,
ARR penis.
That's a come up. That's a come up.
How you gonna hit the bell on me?
because I had
I didn't
to.
even think y'all heard me.
That was a hot
okay,
one.
so since we got 2 women in the room,
Oh,
Oh man.
Okay.
Young
it's
Bruhan.
kind of a rated R question. Do women like eating ass?
How do we get to that?
Hey,
Hey, we talking about grannies rolling niggas to the chair.
Okay,
low key,
so,
based on
Uh-oh,
based
it
on
got
the
hot.
last
She
line
came
of
out the jacket.
conversation.
ooh,
Based on the last line of
Take it easy.
conversation, I feel that's a fair question.
that is a fair question.
So, no answers?
Do you like it or do you do it?
Oh, what
Answer
you
it first.
That's two.
Do
That's
one-
legit.
Okay.
That's legit because it's always.
Have you done it?
Oh,
There we go. Whoa. That's
Took
one
too long to
half.
answer the question.
That's one half.
Listen,
Uh-oh.
listen.
I just want to let you know,
Oh,
man.
God,
Like
this Hennessy.
the engineer has the power to make or break us. So
Yes, she can cut your mic.
you fuck with her at your discretion. I forgot to tell you about that in the beginning. I'd expect you to be so fly, nigga.
Already dealt with her before. So.
You've been in line pretty good since then. Proud of you.
Ooh.
All right, just because you said that.
I can't wait for
Shout
the two
out
to
to
How
come.
the
many asses have you
engineer.
eaten?
You call me Ginger. I'll say what I want to you. This is how this works.
Is
Have
she
you ever
ignoring
eaten-
the question?
Have you ever eaten ginger?
Say it again.
Have you ever eaten ginger ass?
Oh,
Bye.
Ba-ba-ba.
Circumcise that
Ba-ba-boo.
nigga's mic right fast.
His mic is weak.
Trash.
You're next.
No, I don't think any woman just naturally goes in and spreads some butt.
It's like, you know what?
Wait, whoa,
Today's
whoa,
the
whoa.
day.
It's a
Who does
build
that?
up.
Like you don't just go in
It's
there
a
and be
build up.
somebody like, oh, like who does that? Like,
Yeah.
So
There has
yes,
to be some style.
no, like
Is
it's
that
just
like
it's
a
just a
default
limit.
ass eating noise? Or,
Yeah, that is.
So
That
wait,
is.
my next question is very interesting. Cause
Just know
I
that-
always ask dudes. I'd be like, so do y'all bend
You
over
do
or do y'all
it.
lift your legs up?
You know you do it, and that's
No, I
perfectly
do.
fine. You live your
I
best
just-
life. Let me just say, and that's perfectly fine. We applaud you for
I think
it.
all light
I
skinned
don't
niggas.
even, look,
All
I
of
don't
them
even- I don't
do.
even like
Okay,
getting my. I don't even like
pause.
getting
You
my
can't
balls.
say
in
all.
the-
My ex was dark skinned.
We could tell you ate his ass.
No, I didn't say I did. You assumed.
You didn't deny it.
I said no one goes in and do. I'm not doing that to nobody. I'm not spreading nobody booty cheeks and
Except your
getting
own.
salmonella. You're right. When I wax it.
So what if he
So-
what if he sat on your face by mistake, naked?
Who, wait, what do you mean?
How does that happen on
Because
accident?
okay, I get
I
what
don't
She
know.
tripping on a banana peel?
Hey, it
It's
could
a
be
crazy
some freaky
world.
stuff going down.
So-
They can
In
have
what
it.
situation does that just
Okay.
happen on
Okay.
accident?
Let's say,
This
whoa,
says to
whoa,
me-
whoa, whoa.
I
Let's
slid
say they
face
had,
first into your
Ruan-
butthole. Like it doesn't
Ruan
happen.
going wild.
let's say they had a swing in the room,
Ruan
right?
going wild.
Yeah.
on the
They
mic.
had a swing in the room. He was swinging. He actually went too far.
All right, that's enough for you.
So my question is this. On a scale of 1 to 10, how do you all feel like your freak level is? Because I will say this. A guy swear up and down that I'm a freak, I'm a freak. Putting your naked penis in somebody's booty hole is not a freak. Like, that's not free. Now, if you nutting on somebody's butt, lick it up and spit it in her mouth, that's a free. So on a scale of 1 to pegging, how freaky are you?
She said you got licked the nut up?
I'm just saying, because
not-
guys,
I
yo,
ain't
I'm
that
a
type
freak,
of freak. I
That-
ain't that
see,
type of freak.
honesty.
All
That's
right,
policy.
so you said on a scale of 1 to pegging, right? Jesus.
Villains of 10.
Hold on, wait a minute. Wait a minute. How do you know about this?
Oh,
That's the real question.
Oh, no.
Nigga.
Brittany,
The
she,
fact that you know about it, sir.
she raised a
So
good...
everyone knows what pegging is, correct?
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Okay,
Whoa.
good.
She bring
You
up
don't
a-
know what?
I-
Okay,
she-
pegging
hold on.
is I strap you.
Whoa.
It's the 50 Cent.
Wait, so you get the shit in
Allegedly.
Yeah, she gets to poke you.
you? No.
Because some niggas...
No
is-
wonder y'all know it.
Some niggas is into that. So
Some niggas
she
into
asked-
that.
I know how to turn this
she
shit down.
asked-
That's why
she
I know.
asked a relevant question. We got to go
ahead.
across the room and ask. Like, so on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being, you know what I'm saying, you getting
Pegging.
bust down, pegged.
No, I'm not getting pegged.
So what's Macho's freak level?
I'm a 3.
I'm like,
Ruhan's a 3.
I'm probably about a 3 too.
Yeah, fuck
I
that.
don't know. I'm a
normal.
5 maybe.
So what you
Okay.
done?
So
Well,
what
Okay.
makes you a 5?
he got
Do
a finger
tell.
up the butt.
Yeah, I think
Macho got the finger.
Macho say 5.
East
Macho
side.
say
I say
5.
about 5.
What you say, Rue?
I'm 3. I'm normal.
Normal.
Let me just eat the pussy and the regular dick and the shit.
Same. Honesty,
That's
best
it.
policy.
Same.
I done been with some crazy bras, man.
Uh-oh.
I done been with some crazy bras, and I started early, so I don't know. It depends.
Now wait. Is
This-
this? Are we saying this without the drugs?
All that shit counts.
No,
Free-
all of it
that
counts.
shit
All of it counts?
All
Any-
of
any-
it.
And you
Okay.
already
I'm gonna stick with my 5.
you gonna stick with your
And,
5?
and Baron done had
With
some
With a possible.
Baron done
Like
had
I
some
said.
Baron done had
that's
some
Astro.
project pussy.
Possible.
No, even with the
Baron-
drugs,
Baron-
some stuff you'll know.
Baron has had some project pussy.
There you go.
Ooh.
Project pussy
And
turn.
that's the best. Let me
Project
just-
pussy
How
turn.
you know?
Because you just assume. Let me
Right,
tell
that
you,
was
I
real
work in
accurate.
Section 8 tax credit housing, public housing, and all we see is a bunch of kids and dirty houses, and it ain't no way a nigga laying up in that house
Yep.
unless it's good. Period.
Facts.
Or he can just be broke.
No, that because that's the
But
same
that's the-
premise as
that's
the
the- I was
best.
about to
The
say,
best.
that's
The
how
best
it's-
dick come from a nigga with no job, no car, no place to stay.
Because he ain't got
Because
nothing
he
else
ain't
to
got
focus
nothing else
on.
to focus. Nothing else to focus
If
on. So
this
you
was a-
better be doing.
If this was
you
an
better be the best
RPG,
at
that
it.
nigga
No, I
literally
got
put
job.
all
I need to-
skill points in the
I need
dick.
to be unemployed.
No, because I'm saying, because right now when you got a job, it's mediocre. Mediocre dick
Yeah,
come
you got
like
focus.
because you got other things on your mind.
Work,
Dog.
hobbies.
When I was 20 years old, I was
You're
giving out the
tired.
best dumb bum dick ever.
Yeah, I feel like age is important.
Yeah.
Like if you like 21,
I had no
22, you
job.
shoot like a machine gun.
I want to say the Baron hovers between maybe a 5 and a 6, and I want to keep it at 5 and a 6 safe because I want to say 7 is when you get to the Gert shit.
Yeah, 7 is like
You get to the snowballing, bitches.
See, I
you
didn't.
toting that line.
I didn't have. Can I say
cringe.
bitches? Can I say
You can
bitches?
say whatever
You
you
can
want.
say
Said it. You
I
just
just said it.
He said it.
Can I?
Too
Can I?
late now.
He said, "Can I say
I
bitches?"
apologize to all the bitches listening.
Yikes.
Sorry, but all right.
Somebody
Yeah.
cancel this.
So I had bitches I spit on before, and
Now that's something that is just like
Too
that's too
disrespectful.
much. That's too much. Like
What?
Disrespectful. How is that too much?
that's the
that's
best.
okay.
They be
I
like,
don't know.
they open their mouth like a
But-
fish.
Like a bird.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying, like, yeah, that's just too much. Like, you're not about to spit in my mouth
I think also it's like
or my face.
applied technique and psychology
Come on.
increases the freak shit. Like if you cascade the nuts of a broad, I've noticed,
Yeah.
then it's on some other shit.
But it has to be like understood.
I mean, of course it's understood
You know
because
what
if it's
I'm
not
saying? But-
understood, it's a criminal case.
But at the same time, you gotta
Okay,
you
pause.
got to read.
Pause. I
Consent.
am a sexual assault victim. No rape jokes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
okay,
I've been through this before.
That's
He
like
learned
half
the
our
hard-
show
he
right
learned
there.
the hard way. Well, come on
I'm just-
now.
I'm
He
just-
already has his head down. Like, oh no, she yelled at me once.
I'm
And then, no,
reading. I'm
and
reading.
And it was during a time where I didn't accept it, and I didn't work through it. I've been to therapy for it, and I encourage any woman or man who has been through it you have to work through it, or else you're gonna automatically always have this
what's
roadblock in
up.
front of your face.
I agree to that.
And-
I
agree.
I agree and I respect
And I
that.
feel like in the black community, going to therapy is so taboo, or accepting your mental and emotional trauma is so taboo, and we have to face it, because other than that, we always are going to hinder ourselves. We're always going to fight ourselves.
Yeah.
And I was fighting myself.
Have you been
I
to
agree to
therapy?
that
I
because
absolutely
like
have. I still go to therapy to this day.
That's what's up.
I was talking to a young homie about why therapy isn't so widely received in the black community, and the fucked up part about it is because the compounded fucking aggie and the fucking compounded shit that you're dealing with in the black community. So there's a bunch of shit in the black community. You dealing with secrets on top of secrets, people not saying shit, and then you not being able to trust your own family members. And it's weird because if you can't trust your family, you're pretty apprehensive about trusting other people, right? Because you never know when that motherfucking secret is gonna get brought up that you confided in with somebody, and just the whole stereotypical model of psychotherapy and psychoanalysis that you see is you sitting on a couch or you just telling somebody your secrets and there's no reciprocity or anything like that. I think that if black people actually took the time to look into mental illness and took it serious, you see that there are therapists that will sit down and have a conversation with you.
Because like in the black community, they don't even use that term of mental illness. They just be like, "Oh, that's so and so. He touched. In
He
the head."
touched, or
Yeah.
it's always
Right,
some little
right,
hoe
right.
ass innuendo, like
Right.
he
And
touched.
it's always something like,
He
let me tell you
crazy.
something. Whatever religion you belong to, that's helpful. However, that person is not didn't go to school to help you.
Right.
Yeah.
You're like a psychiatrist did. You
They
know what I
can't-
mean?
they went to-
So
they went to a
if
different
we're
type of
so
school to
used to
pacify
as the
you.
black community, oh, we gonna pray about it. Oh, we
Right.
gonna do that. Let me tell
shit
you
don't
something.
work.
And
Prayer,
there's shame too.
pills don't
There's shame
pills don't
culture.
pop up. Prayer don't pop pills on your counter. You know what I'm saying? Like some people really actually need to be medicated. And fortunately, I didn't have to go that route, but I just needed to talk about it. I kept suppressing it, like, oh, I'm okay. Oh, I'm okay. No, I wasn't.
Yeah.
I wasn't okay.
Well, they didn't really have that type of education back there. They're like, oh, well, I never had that discussion.
I
Like,
mean, it's
that's not a
because-
normal thing that you talk about at
It's
the
also
breakfast
because
table.
being educated, literate, and whatnot is not valued in the black community to the same degree
Facts.
as it should be everywhere else. It's like entertainment and the frivolous, trivial shit that'll get you famous fast is valued versus, you know what I'm saying, you being erudite and eloquent.
But when you talk about entertainment and you talk about all this abuse and problems like that, like people's power and stuff kind of like blinds them to people's problems. Like Nicki Minaj. And
I felt that hit coming.
I'm gonna do it anyway. Nicki
Oh,
Minaj.
I didn't have a bell.
So appropriate.
Yes.
But yeah, you got people like Nicki Minaj and her brother, you know, and like she's not. It don't seem like she's taking it that seriously.
Protection. And that's what we do as the black community, as family. Your brother is touching you. Your uncle is touching you. What do? You ignore it and protect
ignore
it
it.
because you don't want your black man in the system.
Because they don't want to face judgment.
And that's it. And that's
Man.
and
People don't
unfortunately
wanna-
that's it.
Peel
Especially in
them,
the black community.
peel them niggas' scalps back now.
Some people gotta go.
Yeah.
Some people gotta
Period.
go. Look, the Baron is all about peace and reconciliation, but listen, man. Motherfuckers is out here wilding, and motherfuckers is out here wilding and not being stopped. And worse, and even more worse than motherfuckers wilding and not being stopped is people that know better caping for them. Shit really needs to be addressed. And
But we need a code, man. Like, I feel like, for real, we need to have a code of conduct when we addressing those type of situations. Like, we don't have a code when that happens.
I think that slowly something is coming about, just like we're talking more about rape culture and certain topics or some certain verbiage that is offensive to men and male and females when you're speaking to them. Like certain things that were acceptable in the 90s, women are like, nah, that shit ain't flying today, bruh.
and niggas is
You
having
know?
a hard time dealing with. You mean I can't make a sexual assault?
Yeah,
charge? These
exactly.
bitches is out here wild.
Right, they
I
out here
can't-
wilding.
I can't pop a perk in her drink. Why she not looking? I can't do that.
Exactly.
No,
And
you
we gotta start actually executing. Like, when it comes to like time to put people on Front Street, you gotta actually follow through with that. Like, you
Yeah.
can't just sit there and just be like, oh well,
These
it's a problem.
motherfuckers had to be made pariahs,
They have to.
otherwise nobody
They have
ever
to.
learned
Well,
no lessons.
shame.
We
it
gotta
has
bring
to
back
happen.
shame.
You have to bring back shame.
Regardless of who the person is, if your boy out here doing some fucked up
Shame
shit,
him.
you need to shame him.
You need to shame
You
him.
need to pull him to the side. If
See,
he out here
Shout out
beating this
to
girl or
Game
doing,
of Thrones.
You can't do that.
yes,
man.
no, that's
Public
what
shame.
public
That's what
shame.
public
You
shame.
need to beat
You have
him
to
and
bring-
cut his hair.
You need to bring back public
Y'all
shame.
not-
I agree.
Let's speak facts.
The only reason why public shaming has no place now is because World Star and I want to be famous nigga culture
fuck all
has
that.
Wait,
it has
what?
ruined the power of shame.
What
You
you
can
about to
now
say?
become a millionaire
Yeah.
being
It's
being
different
shameful.
when you're living in the hood. It's like you try to change somebody in the hood, he gonna bring you to THU, These Hands University. It's not gonna be the same. You gonna have to throw them hands up. You shame me, the hands gonna go
Like
up.
her.
No.
Fuck, he gonna be like, fuck you and your thoughts.
Yeah.
I'm having a hard life.
Niggas
That's
do
it.
niggas do default back
that.
to the
I hate
Chris
that.
Rock
But,
shit.
but it got to go back to the old school street shit where we were policing our own community.
Yeah, the OGs. What
The
happened to
OGs was police. Like, when I was growing up, you had drug dealers that could go do stuff that the police couldn't do.
Drug
Drug
dealer.
dealers are the dope heads.
But that's what, yeah, these new niggas is different. Like, back
Right.
in the day, I had drug dealers on my street, and they'd be like, that dude kind of special. Hey, don't do what we doing. Go over there, do that. Go do
But
your
they
school
had an honor
shit.
code.
Play your games.
They had an honor code. You used to
Yeah.
could be like, go to a drug dealer. If your stuff got stolen,
I think the
you could go to them.
Yeah.
the
And they'll get your stuff
glamorization
back.
of certain aspects of the life has made that shit moot. Like the embracing of savagery has made shit.
And the
moot.
drugs fucking with them.
It ain't even, no. It's not the
It's the
drugs. See,
drugs,
because
man.
it's the drug culture. Because niggas that sell drugs don't be using drugs sometimes. They just addicted to the money.
That's true.
They're addicted to the access to women.
But like he said, the savagery, like people like looking at having no feelings and no heart as a positive thing. Like that's not good.
That shit ain't positive at all. As long as there's kids in the world, nigga, you got to be on some righteous shit. At least for them,
Right.
that's the thing.
They
like,
look up to your bitch ass.
we live in a like the like
I mean,
it's true though. That's true.
we live in a very Saturnian type of culture where there's this emphasis on consuming the youth, frivolous wastes of time, and focus on the good old days or the golden age of shit that never existed. There's always been dope fiends. There's always been drunks. There's always been bad parents.
yeah, and you can't talk about the golden age and then be like, well, the shit was wrong back then. Like, which one is it? You can't say, oh, we don't do the shit that we did back in the day, but those were the golden ages. Which one is it?
I'm from the project, so there was never no fucking golden
I was
age.
just about to say that there's no
Just
such
like this
thing as
Make
golden
America
age.
Great shit. Like, when exactly was it great? Great for
Not
who?
for us.
It wasn't never great for niggas. Like,
But I guess, I come
Well,
from
there goes
like,
the rest of our
Tell us what you know,
listeners.
like I come from
See,
two-parent family household. My parents actually,
Gorgeous.
September the 17th, we married 34 years.
Jesus.
shout out to the
And
parents.
okay, Catherine and
34
Demetrius,
years. That's what's up.
34
That's
years.
what's
I
up.
come from the burbs. Like
I can tell in your accent.
Yeah.
Don't
You
try to
you
hold me.
definitely-
I
You do.
But I mean, let me tell you why. Because I was maybe one, and some crackheads was banging on our door at like 4 a.m. And my mom was like, "I'm not raising my child here." And at that point, my parents saved so much money just to get us to move, because Southfield was popping out. You know what I mean? That in the day.
This
That-
was this was pre you
Pre-
hoe ass niggas ruining
Right.
Southfield.
Southfield is like Detroit, what it was
It's
back in
just
the day,
North
and
Detroit.
then now
It's
it's
Northwest
Detroit
Detroit
is
now.
Highland Park, and you know what I mean.
West
It's
side,
just like, but I'm saying, and that's what happened. I grew up
I'ma
on
get back to it.
Memorial in West
We'll
Chicago.
get back to it.
That's where I came home from the hospital too. And then when I was 3, we moved to Southfield off the service drive in Magnolia Parkway, 18120 Magnolia Parkway.
Whoa,
And when I turned 15, going on 16, then we moved to Franklin, and my parents still reside there to that day.
Did you go to Lathrop?
No, I did not.
Did you go to Southfield?
No, I did not.
Where'd you go?
I actually graduated from Groves, Birmingham.
What?
You went to the
wow.
more boozy school.
Right.
I mean, because I was in their school, but for middle school, I was in private school. My daddy was dishing out back then $800 a month for me to go to school, just because he grew up on the east side. He seen all of that, and he didn't want that.
What part of the east
You
side?
went to Catholic school?
It's the east side. It don't matter what.
Like-
it does
part
matter.
it is.
No, like over
Like-
by Cantrell Funeral Home east side.
Okay. Okay. That's fair.
Exactly.
That's fair.
Shit.
So he was like, not for you.
Okay.
Not for you at all.
I appreciate it. I do appreciate
It's
it.
humbling.
It is. I mean, it is. Unfortunately, well, I don't want to say unfortunately, but sometimes I can't relate to certain people's struggle. I sympathize. I empathize.
She like, I don't know what y'all broke niggas talking about.
I never missed a meal growing up.
She like,
You know what I
Jay-Z. She
mean?
like
The
Jay-Z.
lights was always
Right.
on, and I'm grateful for that.
I
but-
feel that shit should never be held against you.
and it is.
That's
It
another
Yeah,
set,
another topic.
that's another set of whole ass stigma that pervades the community is making fun of motherfuckers for having both parents at home.
Yeah.
My
Why do we
bad.
shame?
Like,
Why do we shame that?
Because
because they ain't got it. Because
Because-
your daddy left and your daddy was locked up. Demetrius was not.
Tell us
At
how
least
you really
not with
feel.
me.
Tell
Catherine
us
was
how you
not.
really feel.
because
Not
the
with me.
crabs in the barrel syndrome, man.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah.
Niggas didn't relate to the Cosby.
Niggas didn't relate.
I think
Yeah.
Detroit needs its
Cosby
own
Kid.
version of Australia. Like, let's just make an island.
That's
we
what,
we
fucked
got
up
one.
with the
Highland
ship
Park.
out there.
that's what Belle Isle.
Highland Park.
I'm about to say
That's
Belle
what
Isle.
Belle Isle used
Highland
to be
Park.
for.
Highland
Belle-
Park is a city.
We should reopen it. Let's just make Belle Isle Australia
Let's
Junior.
make Belle Isle great again.
No, they turned Belle
It's on
Isle.
its way.
They already
Muller.
did that.
It's
They
on its
turned
way.
they turned
state
Belle
took
Isle
over.
to a
Nah,
state park.
I can't say that because they don't have a strip. Bring back the strip.
I didn't
Bring
know
back
that.
Highland Park.
No.
Nah.
Fuck Highland Park.
Fuck Highland
Look,
Park.
I'm like, no.
Or
Highland
bring
Park
back the
and
Chandler.
Hamtramck.
Bring back Chandler Park.
My brother used to be a fire department at the Highland Park a firefighter at the Highland Park Fire Department. Yikes.
No,
and they didn't have
no.
a floor.
I was
Like,
about to say no offense against your brother, but I've partied in that firehouse. Right,
Yikes.
right there on Hamilton and Puritan.
at
right.
that end, at that
What
end.
type of cocktails do you have, sir?
And
The
at
Bar-
that
the
end.
Bar-
Cocktails.
The Baron ain't got no cocktails. The Baron don't ski.
Do
You
you
said
get wet?
Highland Park. I just
The Baron
assumed.
don't ski.
Do you get wet?
I don't get wet and I don't ski, my nigga. I'm on some Smokey the Bear Super Mario shit,
ain't
but
never-
none of the other shit.
You
None
ain't
of-
never,
none of
you ain't
that.
never took no shine?
You ain't never took
Nah.
him.
Oh.
I mean, you was in Highland Park. I just assumed.
No, I take that back. I take that back. I've been dusted once.
I knew it.
Dusted? What is
Dusted.
Was it a mistake?
Shit.
Bye.
Wasn't even a full ski, just like a pass by dusting.
Now,
Wait, hold on.
Wait.
Walk
Are
through
we-
a
gotta
cloud of
explain. You
it.
gotta
Wait,
explain
are
for
we?
the- for
Is
the
this
listeners.
drugs?
Yes, this is
drugs.
a drug.
Even my suburban behind knew that.
I mean, shit.
I grew up in the woods and I knew that.
this is,
I mean,
This
well,
engineer got more skin
people
than
in the
you.
hood didn't have that much money.
I'm
to-
talking about
to
Percival,
develop
Cindy
ski slopes
Percival,
and
my
whatever.
nigga. copping a 20 bag off of some bitch ass niggas on MLK. First of all, I'm
always
gonna let you,
okay.
I'm gonna let you know.
Whoa.
I'm gonna let
Whoa
you
there,
know.
Wody.
He's still mad.
I'm gonna let you know. If I ever see anybody that looks like a fucking scoundrel on MLK, regardless of what city I'm in, I'm calling the police. Fuck you niggas. Off top.
I ain't gonna lie, King Home niggas is rough.
You know what?
Yeah.
I work for the company that manages.
Yeah, it's rough. King Home is rough.
That's because you from the
don't do
suburbs.
drugs.
Shout out to
Don't
King
do
Homes.
drugs.
No, you know what? If you gonna do drugs,
That's
do
all I
drugs
got.
from
Shout
people
out.
you trust.
Yeah.
Nope.
I mean, I went to King, so I know some of the people.
Barney was the only drug I had.
Barney.
Barney.
Yep,
Nice.
Barney.
That purple stuff.
Yep. No. The real
You was on that
dinosaur.
lean?
No.
Oh,
The real
ain't that
dinosaur?
Yeah.
We need to have a talk.
That was the jam.
You know
I
what's
don't-
That wasn't
weird?
real.
I'll
You know what's
never-
weird? People see me, they be like, "Oh, you the hoe," but I'm an actual anime nerd.
You
Wow.
still a hoe?
It's true.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know,
But
anime is the quickest way to anime.
They got anime porn, so you know
They
you
got
watch
anime
that.
hoes too.
I used to watch a dude with like 1,000 dicks.
I'm learning her.
Wait a minute, you watched the dude
I'm
with a
learning.
thousand.
No,
dicks.
like
The fact that you
He talking about
mean,
the
like-
animation, but see what it is the animation. Anime
well,
is
the
the
word is
quickest
hentai.
way.
Yeah.
just so you
what?
Talking about
Hentai.
anime with a broad is the quickest way to drive some draws, unless she's in anime.
Right, that's true.
So that's I feel why he had to specify that.
You got to get an anime hoe.
No, you don't.
No, you don't. No.
So you be
Hey.
going to
So
like
wait,
Comic Con and stuff?
yeah. So could you talk to a guy that's into?
You know,
anime?
right now I'm not talking to anyone. You know,
I
right
didn't
now,
say no.
I am trash.
I didn't say
right
no.
Living her
now.
best
Well, we know
life.
you're.
Okay.
We
So-
know you're in the trash.
So
bucket right now.
we've taken a lot of time talking about topics and stuff. Usually we let our guests talk about themselves.
We
and I don't-
30 minutes in.
Shameless plug.
Having
Shameless
a
plug.
hoot.
That's a good
What's
thing.
a hoop?
a
A
hoot.
hoot
You don't know
nanny.
what a hoot is?
Oh, that's bourbon language.
No,
Oh, it's having a good time.
It
I
is.
guess.
It's like a country language, actually.
actually.
Brittany, go ahead and tell us a little bit about yourself.
Okay, let me put my little peanut M&Ms down.
Spill it to the audience. Let everybody know who you is.
34, 26, 38.
Gonna get
Actually-
the digits first.
Actually, I don't mind giving my measurements. It is 38, 32, 44.
32.
Yeah, nigga, my stomach 32. Don't try to hold me.
No, I thought it was smaller.
Oh, okay, it is. No. But
Just automatically think everything is an insult. I was like, Jesus.
oh,
Come
my
on,
ex
I
was trash.
Respect
that's
that
why.
queen.
Let her
No.
speak, man.
Respect that queen.
Thank you. Okay, like I said, my name is Brittany, and of course, during the day, I'm in property management, but that is not my passion. I am a licensed esthetician and skin therapist and acne specialist. If you want to clear your skin, then you will come see me. If you want to continue to look like you do, then you won't.
Like Charlamagne.
Wait, say that word. Say that word.
Esthetician.
For people that don't know what that is, that's a beauty
It's not.
specialist.
It is a skin therapist.
Still doing this.
I am.
When y'all look it up, Google will tell you.
They've been having this debate for like
and
an hour before the
She is wrong.
Until I stop paying this student loan, it's what I said it is.
Mm.
So I said what I said.
Don't give her.
Go ahead and finish talking
Go
about
ahead,
yourself.
go ahead,
And
go ahead, finish
I,
it up.
You gonna get your turn.
I work, actually, I work in Royal Oak, pretty much up the street at Skinforia. It is black owned. Come see me. Book with Brittany. And I love what I do. This
Any
is my
social
passion.
media? Any social media you want to shout out? real
My
quick?
social media will be Aesthetics by BB. That is my business page. That's on Instagram and any other social media, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. It is one Brittany Nicole, and it's TTANY traditional, not this new age stuff that's going on.
Can you spell out the other page? Because niggas don't know how to spell aesthetics.
You know they don't, but it's okay.
I still don't.
Shout out to Crackler.
Ooh. One lonely bell.
ESTHETICSBYBB.
There you go.
So can I ask you? I want to just ask you some questions.
Go ahead.
What got you interested in that particular field? Everybody's got a story behind their interest. I'd like to hear yours.
I used to manage a salon, and I actually was interested in waxing. You know, and I
Like
wanted.
coochie waxing?
Let me tell you something. Once you start waxing pussy, you are zero. Like you not
So how
phased
many-
by it.
How
So
many of
hers
the
is
JJ have
waxed.
you waxed?
I see pussy all the time. Like
Oh, that's
Sorry.
It is what it is.
I
Like
need
you're
to do
just
that.
not. You're
No,
not
I
phased by it. It's
Right.
just like
I feel that way about.
Like a
I feel that
gyno.
way about dicks.
yeah.
Whoa, time out. Wait, whoa, because I'm about to ask what you bisexual.
What's going
I don't
on?
know what the Baron is into now.
No, but I'm just saying when
The
it's your
Baron goes
when it's
to-
your profession,
Yeah.
it's just like it is what it is. It's,
what are you talking
The
about?
Baron goes to the
Let's
gym.
not.
Wait,
Let's
wait,
not.
we got
Let's
to
not.
pause.
Hold on.
Go
Wait.
Hold on, my bad. I'm
Let's
sorry.
Let's not skim past that.
No, we
Please.
just going
He
over
said
it like
something
that.
about, that's how I feel about dicks.
We gotta address.
What's really
Hold
going on?
up. Hold up. We gotta address
'Cause I was
why
gonna
this
ask
is
what she
normal.
speak your
bisexual.
truth, King. Speak your truth.
The truth comes down to it is this. I learned the hard way a long time ago.
This don't sound good.
I'm
You
making
have
this.
to put
I'm
a
making this.
pause
I'm making
somewhere.
this as cringe as possible because y'all don't understand how much I love
Wait,
to see the villain.
how
upset.
old were you?
Ain't no age, my nigga. Don't play me like
This is
that.
an ongoing thing.
I draw.
Okay.
You draw dicks?
Oh,
Not
like
only-
on Superbad?
Yes. I'm
That
totally.
was you.
Had a
I'm
lunchbox full of dicks.
I'm totally on some McLovin shit with the Encyclopedia Dick
Oh my
Britannica.
God. The Baron
What
draws
is going on?
dick.
No, what it comes down to is I spend a lot of time at the gym, and I know that old niggas, old
Story
niggas,
is
no
over. What is-
better.
I
old
wish
old
the
ass
listeners
men.
could look at our engineer's face.
Like
wanted
you
to
know
end.
you don't have to look, right?
You don't have to look.
And it's always old dick.
It's
It's
always
never new dick. It's never
Used dick.
spry dick. It's
Wait,
never spry dick.
wait,
It's
tell-
always
Well, I mean,
senior citizen dick.
I mean,
AARP
At the
dick.
gym? I be naked at the gym.
so why?
Why
Wait,
you
wait,
butt
wait.
ass
Whoa,
naked?
whoa.
What's going on?
Wait,
What is
whoa,
going
learning
on?
too
Fuck that.
much.
You lost your bail privilege.
Wait,
No,
what you
whoa,
mean?
time
You lost
out.
your bail.
Cause
No,
when I
time
no,
out.
yeah,
What the
no,
fuck- what's the
fuck
fucking
that
point?
time. Look, this
It has to be respect. I'm with you.
I'm comfortable with myself now. When I was
But we
little,
other people don't want to look at you, nigga.
I don't. Why look?
exactly.
You walking around.
If my dick hanging to the side, why you look?
Why are you looking?
It's common courtesy.
You got to
It's
give.
common courtesy.
You got to
have
give.
to have
You got to
the
give
towel
motherfuckers
on.
common courtesy, bro.
Yeah, no, I'm just saying it's common courtesy. You put a towel on. Okay.
Nah,
That's common
It's
courtesy.
common courtesy.
you
How do
think you
Because
think that?
no one wants to see your balls.
But why is you looking?
So he the type
I'm not
that
looking.
he the type that go in the
No.
pool with his shirt on.
No.
That's what he is. He
Hold
that's
on.
different.
Hold up.
Common
First
courtesy.
of all,
That is different.
I was the first guy that was before Fat Joe was going out there in Summer Jam with his titties out. I was the first one in Miami to start flexing with the titties out.
Shout out to my nigga
I have
King
no
Six
discrepancy.
He still had a shirt on.
I
He
have
just had
no-
titties
no.
over the shirt.
No, you can look up Macho.
A real deep V.
Macho.
yeah.
Macho. You can look at all my
Hey, man,
pages.
get my belt.
Macho has always been let the titties free.
Free to
Y'all
nip.
let 'em
Free.
Jesus.
See, y'all didn't know. He got one big nipple on
See-
the right side.
Oh my God.
What's
See
going
the-
on?
You was
See the
looking.
First of all,
conversation?
You was looking.
Why are you looking at nipples?
Yeah,
See
you
the
man
conversation.
nipples.
You looking at
Nipples.
nipples in the
You
gym?
looking at man nipples.
Why you
nipples.
looking at man nipples?
Looking at
Nipples
nipples.
is nipples. Freaking
Pause.
nipples, all right?
What's
Pause.
going on?
See the conversation that
I
Baron
have
has
a
opened
question.
up?
How many pierced nipples do you all see in the gym? That's a
None.
legit
Wait, I want
question.
my nipples
I don't be
pierced.
looking.
On,
I-
du-
None
on
because
du-
I
on
don't look.
dudes is rare.
I don't look for
You
dudes.
see it a
nipples.
lot.
Mine's are pierced.
You see it a lot on women.
Are
We
they?
can see it on IG. That's how a
Oh,
lot of
ooh,
people.
ooh, ooh,
I ain't
ooh.
talking about you.
Oh.
I was talking about nipples in general.
Y'all better look up her page.
Let me
Free
look
plug,
on your
free
page,
plug,
see if I
free
can see
plug,
your,
free plug.
your pierced nipples.
Oh my
I mean, to be
gosh.
honest with you, it only makes sense if you go into the gym to take the shits out.
No, because they close quick.
They do.
And like in March, I had the flu and I had to take them out to get an X-ray to make sure I didn't have like my lungs was filling up. And I was so weak. By the time I got back home, I was laying down and it was the worst trying to put them back in just from going to the doctor's office driving
Pierce
back
problem.
home.
So is that for sexual preference or appearance?
No,
preference?
you know what? Literally, I was sitting at work one day. I'm very spontaneous. So I was sitting at
Got
work one
Taurus in
day.
you.
Okay.
Dick pierced.
Dick
Wait, what?
pierced.
Is it? What's going on?
Now go back to you.
No, wait.
No.
Listen, it is.
No, I'm just joking.
Okay, no, you're
I thought
not.
about it.
Okay, but no, I was sitting at
I'm
my
trying to
desk one
find
day
her
and I
nipple.
was like, I just want to get my nipples pierced, and I went after work and I got them pierced, just like on.
But does
I ended up
Does
getting
it
my
do
ears pierced
anything?
the
does it
same
do,
way.
yes, does it do anything or is it still just a
You
appearance?
never realize how much your titties running and stuff until you get them pierced. Because I sure got out the shower and I ran past the door, the threshold of the door, and like the side and hit it, and it was like your toe hitting the corner of the bed.
Yeah, I get that problem with
yikes.
my
Your titty
dick.
toe.
No, you don't.
Yeah,
So, okay,
it just hangs.
young Ruhan,
No,
we had to talk. What about yourself?
Tell us about yourself, Young Ru. For
He
all
got
the
it. He's
for
gotta let
all
everybody know.
for
Our
all the
silent
niggas
partner.
not familiar with the legend of Young Ruhan.
Don't gas him up.
Legend.
yeah.
He's a legend.
Oh, okay. Well, this is my okay. All
Definitely.
right. I'm new to the
Definitely.
legend group.
I had my hoish days back in the day.
Back in the day. Yesterday.
No,
Don't incriminate yourself.
Oh,
please.
used up
I mean,
man.
everybody know this. Probably listening.
And Nick, are you really trying to find my nipple piercing?
Yes,
This nigga
He's
villain.
gonna go
Let
jack
me
off
try to
tonight.
find one.
I'm back in like 2000. I'm back in like 2016.
Jesus, he went to page 3.
I'm seeing niggas I ain't never seen before. Who this nigga?
Who?
But
Hey,
yeah, okay.
Yeah, nobody
right.
want to hear his perv talk. Go ahead.
But yeah, my name, I do go by Ruhan. Y'all can follow me on Instagram at Ruhan Brown, RUHANBROWN. Right now, I'm creating my own podcast as well.
Okay.
It's gonna be something like ESPN,
I
Is that
feel,
the-
something similar to that.
I feel
type of
bad that we
style.
don't ever get to have you on here talking about sports and shit.
Yeah, one day when y'all
Work schedule.
work schedule gets
Yeah,
back
we'll
to
get
normal,
it together. We'll get you right.
you know. But also, I am into fitness, Muay Thai. Shout out to Landon Simmons.
Shout out to my nigga.
Super Simmons.
Shout out
Super
Super
Simmons.
Simmons.
King,
I ain't know y'all worked
six-pack
out together.
himself.
One of the greatest teachers of all time, I tell you, in Detroit.
Landon to get you together.
Yes.
Where is he located at?
Cooper's Gym.
Okay.
Cooper's. He
He
has
live in
6
there.
locations.
He live in
6
Cooper's Gym.
locations.
We tried to get Landon on the show. There's too many stipulations.
If Landon, if you listening, we want you to get you on the show.
He booked and busy.
Is
That's
he?
why he got them stipulations.
Let's not talk about Landon. Let's not talk about Landon.
Yeah, we got copyright laws.
Let's not talk
Or something. Can't go too far, but you know,
That free plug. You welcome now.
I do be at LA
Shout out to
Fitness on
Coopers, though.
13
Shout out to
Mile.
Coopers.
You know, if anybody wants to work out, get their fitness on.
The one
So,
right in Warren.
I was about to say, where do you work out?
Roseville,
Roseville.
13 Mile and grass shit. So
Oh, okay. Super East Side.
That's the
not-
only LA Fitness I ain't been to. I done been to all
it's
the
really
rest of them
nice,
in the area.
man. It has everything you need. It has
Nicer than the
pool.
one in Troy.
The one in Troy? No.
Is
that
that a
the-
signature club? The one in Troy? 'Cause
The
I
one
know
in Royal Oak.
the one in
is
Roy,
a-
the one up the street from where I
Yeah.
work is a signature club. In Royal
That's
Oak.
the only signature club they have.
Signature
Okay.
Club. Explain to me. I ain't never been.
Yeah, I've
there.
It's
never
a
heard
high
that either.
clientele, I'm guessing. It has certain
Rich,
features
upper
that
class.
they want to,
Oh,
you know, keep
big
the
client.
Keep the
clientele.
niggas out.
Woo!
keep the
I
rowdy.
said what I said.
Keep the rowdiness out. So you know
They-
it's
Rowdy.
They call police on file calls.
it's something of a higher rate. Your normal rate would be like $30 a month, but theirs is $40 a month. So it's,
Depending on your
$10
schedule.
never-
more.
I should
never
get a
been
membership
there.
just to come in there
Do
and
they
show them.
do they have the brown paper bag test?
no, but I
He
had
passes it.
I
so.
talked to one of the workers
matter.
that worked there, and they said it's more of a snobby, bougie place. So you probably
Right
I mean,
up
it's
my
the,
alley.
the main reason why I fuck with LA Fitness over
Girl.
Planet Fitness has always been because they got better amenities.
Yeah.
Like, if I go on the floor and I do about 40, 50 minutes of heavy lifting, I want to swim for about 30 minutes after,
You ain't got that
stretch my
option.
muscles, decompress.
Plus, you don't want to get no free pizza shoved in your face.
No.
that's what.
And
I'm
also, you
saying.
want to walk
Don't
around
forget
naked.
about the
Tootsie
Tootsie
You
Rolls.
want to walk
I
around naked.
I never
We
like.
walk around naked in every gym, villain.
That's what I'm saying. Like when people told me that about Planet Fitness, I'm like, why would y'all go to the
That's
gym?
how they
that-
keep you coming back.
Judgment free
Pizza.
zone, my
One
dick.
Tootsie Roll at a time.
Tootsie Roll.
We're
Cause
gonna get,
I-
we're gonna
I
get you fit
surely-
and fuck you up at the
I
same time.
surely
Yeah,
grab a
Pretty
handful
much,
of Tootsie
yeah.
Rolls to be on the
Give
elliptical.
you all the
Food
carbs.
Network. Food Network is on the
You didn't need
TV.
this.
But you
Yeah,
know,
man.
one advice I do give anybody
Well,
that is
there go
working
our
out,
Planet Fitness
This
sponsor.
is key. He's about to drop a gym.
it's 70% diet,
Yeah.
and 30% working out. It's
I
all
believe
about
Facts.
I believe that.
Facts.
what you eat at home. You can work out all you want, and you won't notice no improvement.
Nutrition.
But your health, how you eat, is the key.
You wanna get up
I
on
want to
it?
give a
We-
shout out.
we
I want to
get
give a
nutrition.
shout out.
See,
Nah,
the
I'm
way, see, they're passing out M&Ms.
Oh,
What is
shit.
that?
Call
Oh, we
it.
got a caller.
It's probably landing.
You already know who it is.
He's talking about his contract, y'all. Just
This is Hadage Underground. Go ahead and tell us who you are.
Hey, this is Aaron from Dearborn, Michigan.
Oh, man. Skyfire.
Yeah.
Everybody
Yeah.
give it up
Shout
for
out
the
to
legendary
Skyfire.
Skyfire right
Shout out to
quick.
Skyfire.
Oh, yeah. Of course. I'm just getting off work. I'm actually on my way to Dave & Buster's. I really what I wanted to talk. There's two things I want to talk about with.
Go ahead,
Now,
Skyfire.
Go
So
ahead.
the first thing is about the shaming. I call the parent shaming. Now, there's a
Parent
thing about
shaming.
that.
Okay.
Yeah. You know, people like over 21 or something like that and living in their mom. I'm happy that I'm living with my mom because we're talking about Detroit
You
here.
happy
We're
that
talking
you
about
what?
a volatile area like Detroit where you can't keep it, where you probably can't even keep a job in the first place.
Whoa.
Unless
Okay.
you're like me, I've been working as a buyer for 2 years.
Shade.
I
Take it
mean,
easy.
he bring up a good point. Like a lot of so I worked at DMC. I ain't gonna take up too much of your time, Skyfire. I worked at DMC and I used to talk to a lot of the residents and medical students, and a lot of these motherfuckers was doctors. Motherfuckers was still staying at home with their parents.
They
Yeah,
broke.
of course, because their parents probably paid half of their tuition.
Yep.
Room and board is zero, so you don't have to worry about that.
Tell him,
And
Skyfire.
then you get to have your time off and stuff like that. All you do is go home and
I got a
clean
question.
the house. Or
Are you
do
walking?
something
I got a-
like
Are you
that.
walking right now, Skyfire?
I got a question.
He
for
rushing
you.
to the car.
Hold on, Skyfire.
No, I'm actually walking to Van Dyke. 'cause I
Rushing
gotta
to
catch
Van
the bus
Dyke.
Going to Dave
I
and
got
Buster's.
a question for you, Skyfire.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm going to Dave and Buster's. That's another thing I want to talk to y'all about me and my little property from Dave and Buster's. See,
I
you know,
kind of know
that's-
how he looks.
Wait a minute. I got a question. So,
I
so,
kind of know how
so,
he looks.
so, what you do about fucking though?
Nothing. I don't even look.
Damn, he
That's
answered
another-
you
that's
quick,
another-
Billy.
Damn.
That's another thing I wanted to talk about because I'm an ace anyway. So
Do you like dudes or?
No, he
said
ace.
ace.
no,
No,
I
wait.
like
What does that
nothing.
mean,
What does that
Skyfire?
mean?
I got
What is-
y'all.
what is
I got
ace?
y'all.
What is
What?
an ace?
An ace is an asexual person.
Oh,
No,
I
what?
they talked about
he
this.
don't fuck?
No, it's not that. They talked about it on Horrible Decisions.
What is it?
It's a horrible
Yeah,
decision
I-
to be asexual.
I don't.
That's
No,
what
it's
you're
kinda like
no
you
sexual
really don't-
desire at all.
Or
No
those
sexual
animals?
He doesn't have
desire.
any
Okay,
sexual
I respect
desire.
that.
Yeah.
So, what is your
Yeah.
second question, Skyfire?
What's that?
No, he was saying like when you was talking about Dave and Buster's, you want to talk about that right quick.
Now the reason why I say that is because everybody talks about side hustles and stuff like that, doing drugs and stuff like that. What's funny enough, I work and I pick up bills for for me and Dave and Buster's. I win so many tickets that really much Dave and Buster's. It's like I'm being paid to play at Dave and Buster's.
Wait,
Wait,
what
Cat-
is
Cat-
this? Is
60,000
this
tickets.
you consider that a side hustle, bro?
I mean,
You mind
so I got you, bro.
$300 a day.
How old
Wow.
are you?
Yeah.
Jesus. Yeah, how old are you, Skyfire?
Skyfire is a legend, though. Don't you-
What is your age,
I am
Skyfire?
30.
Bobby
I am 39.
He's 39 years old. You didn't know?
Good age,
Yeah, I am
man.
39. Yeah.
Clap it up for the
Look
at
39-year-old
this.
Shout out
virgin.
to
He's
Skyfire.
39
He
year
never
old
said he
virgin.
was a virgin, though. Don't
He
try to
said
hoe him.
He just said
He said he was asexual, meaning that he does not have sexual desires.
Yeah,
It
he
doesn't mean he
have
doesn't
desire.
have sex.
That doesn't mean he didn't have sex.
What time is
We want to thank you for calling in, Skyfire. We appreciate you,
We
man.
got
Please
another
call
line.
again
Yeah.
next time, bro.
Thank
You
you,
know.
Appreciate you
Bye.
calling
Have a
in.
blessed
Thank
evening.
you.
All right. Thank you.
See you, man.
You know what that
what?
reminds? Is he gone before I say what I need to say? But do you know what that reminds me of? That on Waterboy when he called the wrestling.
Bobby Boucher.
Yeah, when Bobby Boucher
Captain
called the wrestling.
Insano.
Captain Insane.
How old are you? H2O. Right. And
I
he
just,
said it.
I just.
But no, it was
pictured
like you
him.
gotta listen to that. They really like explain it because it's so.
It's very deep.
It's really deep being asexual.
What I find
think
amazing,
we
what I
don't
find amazing
understand.
is we literally just had a whole 10, 15-minute conversation about raw cock and naked dicks, and my nigga Ruhan
My nigga
had
Ru-
no problem with that.
Yeah,
Wait,
he
hold
had no
on.
problem with that.
Wait,
Oh,
yeah,
also,
whoa.
go ahead. Go
Hey,
ahead.
whoa, we gonna
Gotta
pause
explain
because bitch ain't
himself.
gonna end with me.
You guys got another call.
We got another. Yeah, I guess it is going to end.
Yikes.
It's gonna be a female watch. Go
This is
ahead.
Hadis
Go ahead,
Underground.
caller.
Go ahead.
The only motherfucker that can beat me to this fucking show is the white man, dog. Y'all niggas, man.
That must be Tutter.
Uh-oh. You might get
Yeah.
hung up on.
You about to get hung up on. How you doing tonight, Tutter, man?
Man, everything good. What up, my nigga Schoolboy Q, dog? You looking real fly out here, dog.
My nigga.
Hey, I hear him
In the
every
studio.
week.
Schoolboy-
You are a legend on this show.
Dog, Tutter's our day
Tutter-
one,
Tutter
dog.
is our day one.
Hey, yo, man, on some honey shit, though, for real, though, mate, really. Y'all need to stop talking about Gus's chicken, dog. That shit is bullshit.
Did
Y'all
not
giving these
Guts
fucking
and chicken.
Okay.
frying.
Listen, I was just
fried
saying where the
chicken
area
took
I
the
was
motherfucker too much
in.
time on the
I
show.
said it was straight. I didn't say it was the jam.
Why the first thing a black man got to come up with is chicken?
Oh, Titter.
I'm just saying, man. Come on, bro.
I tell you why, Tutter. What kind of cigarettes you smoke?
Squares.
Wait, what?
Cool.
Nah, fuck them niggas.
Newports.
But
What kind of was
actually,
Titter?
I don't even have anything to talk about. Y'all
Titter.
niggas was lit though.
Titter, what kind of cigarettes do you smoke?
Newport 100s.
Oh, Newport.
Newport
it.
100s in a box. There we go.
Well, I tell you.
I knew it.
I can tell by how
100.
often he called. He doesn't have nothing to do at night.
He sounds like a
Jesus.
hoot.
Titter the man. We gonna have Titter on the show.
Titter is our honorary. Well, he's not even honorary anymore. He's
Yeah,
a
no,
member.
I
He's a
hear
member.
him.
He's a member.
Yeah, I hear him every
Yeah, Titter
week.
is our fifth guy.
That's Flip.
No, I'm the
Yeah, it's Flip.
That's
Dinosaur.
Flip.
What up, though, Flip? Oh, Nas, what up, though?
right,
You
right.
just talking shit about this, man.
Yeah, my bad. But,
Oh,
For those
You
that don't
gotta
know,
forgive
Titter,
young
Titter
Rohan.
is
Yeah.
Titter is our.
oh yeah, give a
our-
I need to give a shout out to Ginger, dog. She need to be like a hand model. She got nice hands.
That's
That's all I
not
she got. Wait, she got nice.
Oh, that's not nice. That's not her name.
You gotta respect that queen.
Did she hang up? Did you hang up?
You gonna go for it?
No, but I would have.
Oh,
Wait, he
man.
did say you had nice hands, though. I didn't look at your hands until now.
This
He
is
did
the
say.
first episode we didn't talk about anything going on.
But
in the
that's what
news.
makes it so good. I mean,
I
I've
agree.
had a
Yeah, I
good
agree.
time with you all.
It was great.
This is pretty refreshing episode.
Thank
Yeah.
you for inviting
Thank God
me.
we didn't have to fucking talk about Trump. This is like the first episode we ain't talked about Trump.
You
in like
just
4
brought
weeks.
it up.
I told you
I
she
mean,
ain't want
it's
to talk
so.
about
I
it.
did. I
She
said I was like,
no
no, I
politics.
ain't talking about no
And I
politics.
was
I'm sick
like-
of hearing about it. Like it is what it is.
It is what it is.
I'm sick of hearing about
Wait,
it.
can we talk about one thing I do want to know?
What's that?
No, wait, it wasn't about politics. It was just I just wanted to know everybody's favorite new artist that just came up. Like
Round
not-
table.
Yeah. Start
Does
with
it have to be
the
new?
beautiful Ginger.
God damn, I'm dyeing my hair. We're going full ginger.
Please, I would love to know.
Favorite
New
new
artist.
artist? I don't have a favorite new artist that's recently came out. However, I do have an artist that I forgot about, Quabs.
Quabs, how you spell it?
Kwabs. Look him
What
up.
kind of music is
It's magical.
I heard a
It's
choir.
like electronica meets R&B meets I don't even know how else to
The
explain
jam
it.
when you high, probably.
It's amazing.
So do you use ski mask? to
It's
that?
like good high driving music.
Can I just
Fuck.
say it?
I ain't
I,
Scott.
I fucks with the Ginger.
We gonna go this way.
All right, Macho.
I don't have a new artist right now.
Come on, man.
I
Nobody-
don't. I don't really have any
I
new
agree.
artists. I've been trying to look for
Do
a
y'all
new
open your
artist.
ears?
Ears are
We
open.
got- let 'em
You
speak.
young, you a little bit in the younger.
No, I have old artists. I respect everybody from the old age, but
Now,
I
what's
also-
just-
Oh,
I was
age
gonna
to
say,
you.
define
No, yeah, I
that.
was about to say
Who-
define
who-
Hey,
age.
if I had to go to prehistoric dinosaur,
Prehistoric.
See, there we go. You
Jesus,
fuck
there we
with
go.
younger. You fuck
hey,
with younger.
I am 29.
Oh,
right?
There you go.
yikes.
Yeah, I'm old as
Why you
shit.
say yikes?
Because he about to say like Ja Rule or something like
No,
that. Like,
no. See, me, my old artist would
Go
be
ahead.
Ludacris from the Afro
See?
times. You have
We
to
was in high
respect the
school.
man that had.
That's not
It's
old.
not really old.
That's not old to
No,
us.
that's old.
Okay,
Well,
well,
yeah,
are we
no.
dialing back further?
Oh,
We had
Oh,
another
shit.
caller.
It's probably Landon Simmons. He's talking about his contract.
This is
Caller,
Hedge
you're on the air.
Underground. Caller, go ahead.
Hey, what's going on, guys? It's Mo here.
Oh man, what's going on?
Legendary
This sheet.
Chic.
How you doing tonight, brother?
Well, I just gotta say, man, good platform of the show. I don't know what the hell you guys are talking about, but I was dying the whole time.
Talking
I almost
about
crashed my car
talking
2
about
times.
dicks, Mo.
I had to pull over to the side.
Please, we gotta get
and I'm
dicks
in
out
the
his
gas
mouth.
station right now. Just to
We're gonna ban
myself
Baron
up.
from dicks.
So I'm glad that you called in. I actually wanted to ask you something, Mo.
What's up, brother?
I was talking to this fool ass nigga Maul the other day, man, and
Shout out to Maul.
Shout out to dicks.
Shout out to Maul.
shout out to Maul. How's he doing?
He doing all right, man.
Huh?
Say shout
Man,
out to
Okay.
You know what we was robbed of, bro? On some stupid shit. Of course, I was high when I was talking about this dumb shit.
Of course.
we was robbed of a Burt Reynolds Iron Man TV series in the 80s. We was robbed of that shit, bro.
Yeah, that too. I agree. Like Burt Reynolds was on some other shit back then. So
Iron Man with a mustache.
I mean, Iron Man always had a mustache, but he ain't had a Burt Reynolds mustache.
Was he drunk
Iron
all the
Man has a
time?
mustache?
I mean, Burt,
Turd Ferguson must
Turd,
have.
Turd Ferguson was getting it in, bro.
Shout out to Terry Ferguson, dog.
That's my nigga.
That's my nigga,
Saw that
dog. He taught
picture.
niggas how to be a scumbag.
Oh man. You know it's bad when
So what do you
we
guys? Okay, so just give me like 10 seconds. What do you guys think about this whole fiasco with Omarosa dropping tape after tape? And
I knew
what do you
somebody
guys
was
think
going
What do you guys think this was all gonna
You,
head?
my friend, have a blessed and prosperous evening.
I guess I'm good for him.
You've ruined
We
our
will go
fun.
up with- yeah.
It's a
It was a no politics day.
It's a
but-
shit show circus, and she's spilling tea and being a messy bitch. But I mean, it's America.
Look,
so
we not forgiving Auntie.
we
We're
can't.
not.
She
All
don't
I
get no
got-
potato
all
salad
I
or
gotta
macaroni.
say is, man,
She
this
can't
is,
come
this
to
is
the
not even a
cookout.
presidential.
I'm
It's a
with
reality show.
It
It's like
is.
watching another episode of The Apprentice. It's
You
just
sound like
crazy,
you
man.
can come to the cookout though.
Mo
Hey, Mo the man.
Mo the man, yeah.
Mo been here.
Yeah,
Mo was here.
yeah.
We here.
Thanks for calling in, Mo. We appreciate you, brother.
Anytime, man. Y'all be
Appreciate
safe.
it.
Okay?
Thank you,
Be
Mo.
safe.
Thank
All
you.
right, Mo.
Peace out.
Y'all want to know one thing when y'all was talking about Iron Man? You remember when we used to Macho? Remember when we used to give like women certain nicknames?
We did give nicknames.
Like we used to call women Sabretooth.
Saber.
What?
Like
I
if
done
they-
met a couple Victor Creeds. I ain't gonna lie, Victoria Creeds.
Nicknames.
Oh,
Nicknames
like,
was
yo,
important.
we called one bitch Grimace off the McDonald's
Yeah.
because she was
Grimace,
built
big
like
and purple.
Grimace.
Because I feel like after a certain time, you got to shame them or at least give them a name.
Oh,
For
you-
what? Why were y'all doing that?
Oh,
Just-
that's how
it
you
was
remember
part-
them.
Yeah, that's how you remember.
Before-
Before we let y'all get in the full laden misogyny, can we finish Ruhan's request about new artists?
Oh,
Oh,
yes.
yeah.
See, okay, I say that because there's a lot of new artists out that I think y'all should open your ears up to. I know a lot of y'all older prehistoric people don't.
You fuck with that little baby?
No.
I don't like that.
You know who I do?
That nigga album slap, nigga.
I actually like that
You
shit.
know who I
dog.
do S with?
Shout out to Travis Scott, too.
Y'all have to listen to Lil Pump.
No.
Lil Pump, man.
Is that the
Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang, Gucci gang.
I don't know
Like,
about
if
that.
y'all listen to Lil Pump, he's a little turned dude. Got me back in my young days, man.
If I had to,
Little dude, man.
if
me
I
back
had to
in my
pick an
young
artist, my favorite artist currently is my nigga West Side Gun. I fuck with that funny sounding nigga. He hilarious, dog.
Yeah.
Oh,
He
and
hilarious
Kodak
to
Black,
me.
my bad. Forgot about Kodak Black. Shout out. Free.
Kodak Black fuck up too much for me.
But he free.
He could be a good artist, but he
He is
just
free.
in and out of jail all the time. And then he come out of jail, he be fat. What type of nigga come out of jail fat?
Cause
mean,
I
nigga,
heard
he
ain't the
eating
food
good.
nasty.
But
Yeah,
he probably,
for-
Only if you're a
but he
broke
got,
nigga.
Right, if
Yeah,
you're
he
a
not-
broke
he not-
nigga,
he not
if
broke.
you got real money,
But
you
I'm
can
saying
put money on
in
those
jail,
books.
like, you know, I get it. If you got money, you get money on your books. But do the food change regardless of
Yes.
how much
Yes.
money you have?
Yes, it
Commissary
does.
King.
I don't know these things.
Yes, it
Bird.
does.
The bird.
They
I
put,
don't know.
Yeah,
Nobody
it
in my
does.
Sure,
family
you
been
could
in
do
jail.
some things for a candy bar, okay?
yeah, see, oh, shit.
What would you do for a Klondike?
Hey, he be rolling deep for the
See, what they do is it's called they put money on your books, you know.
Right, I
so-
mean, I get that point.
rolling
Like,
piece, baby.
I know that, but I didn't know, like, was steak an option if you got $20 or something
Shit,
like that?
depending on how shitty they be paying them guards, I
Yeah.
sneak a nigga in a half.
I mean, have you ever seen Casino?
My bosses.
Of course. I know it like the back of my hand.
Then you know that they, Casino and all the
I mean,
mob
yeah.
movies.
I'm
they
a
was,
big,
they were,
like,
they
movie
were
girl.
putting in
Lobsters and shit.
Yeah, they was pouring in lobster, steak, all
I
type of
got a
shit.
question for her. Then she a movie.
Yes.
She a movie buff.
I'm
Go
a
ahead.
big movie person.
Go ahead, villain. Who's new artist you fucking with?
New artists. Do they have to be rappers?
No,
No, just for you.
Just-
How new are we talking?
new nigga.
New,
Somebody
nigga.
that you
like
recently
somebody you
found
can
about.
introduce,
Oh, somebody
like
I
open,
recently found out about.
yeah, like Quabs or his name.
Yes.
Hey,
Seriously, look it
I'm gonna
up.
look him up for real, like on Apple Music.
It'll change your life.
Please, I hope. I want piercings in my nose and shit.
I don't
Are
think
you
it'll change your life
Tupacing?
like
Hey,
that.
look, I want to do this when I listen to Quabs. All right.
I like
Devil Signs.
I like XXX's boy.
Ski Mask.
Ski
Ski
Mask.
Mask.
I like Ski
Hey.
Mask. Ski Mask is cool.
Okay.
Yeah. What about the beautiful lady, Brittany?
Yes. I don't have any new artists. Like right now, I've just been like literally. I can't tell you the last time I listened to music in the
Wah,
car.
wah, wah.
Oh, indoor voice with me. I can't tell you the last time I listened. It's just been like podcasts. Like I really enjoy listening to podcasts. However, I'll tell you one of my favorite artists is Eric Roberson.
Eric Roberson.
I don't know too much about
Shout
him.
out
I
to
have
Eric
no
Roberson.
idea.
Yeah, no, amazing.
Shameless
Like if you
plug.
just want to
Amazing
put, if you just want to
artist.
put
Shameless
something
plug.
on to push play and not change a song, then you will play him.
Nice.
So wait,
Is it
favorite
box
podcast
approved?
then?
Is it
My
box?
favorite podcast is
Yeah, we'll go back around this way.
right now today.
Hatch Underground.
Number one.
Y'all gonna let her speak?
Shout out to the
Right. I mean,
Go ahead.
um, No, for real, like legit. Girl power, horrible decisions. WHOR.
I'm really gonna look that up.
Only
Yeah,
know-
no, like seriously, these two ladies are really changing the game as far as professional women talking about taboo issues, and we have to be quiet if we have a salary job. You know what I'm saying? Or if we wear a suit to work. And they are really breaking that mold.
At whose behest do y'all have to be quiet though? Yours or the company's?
Both.
I thought that podcast.
It's not ladylike.
I thought that podcast
Well-
was just talking about sucking dick for an hour.
Well, I mean, lady
Here and
like-
there, here and
la-
there.
la-
It does come up.
Yeah, I don't want
come
to hear
up.
about
Wait.
politics.
Lady
What's
like
the name of
real
that
life
podcast
issues,
again?
Horrible decisions.
Horrible.
Horrible.
Whore.
WHORE.
See,
Decision.
it's the way it's spelled. You would think it's like
Just type in whore, and then you'll find it.
Okay.
What about you, Villain? What podcast you fucking with at the moment?
Well, my favorite podcast is Brilliant Idiots,
Mm.
but
Yes.
ever since
I don't know.
Charlemagne turned into Charlemagne that we have now, I'm not sure
Wait,
about
is
that.
it before Rape Charlemagne or after?
Yikes.
I don't like Charlemagne. No, he's really a.
I'm just gonna say the elephant in the room.
All right.
All right, go to you, Bear. I'm not answering that.
Joe Rogan. I fuck with Joe Rogan.
I don't listen. I don't listen to Joe Rogan that
Oh,
much.
it's the
I listen
best.
to like bits and pieces of it.
Oh,
I
it's
don't
the
listen to the
best.
whole thing.
I can never. I don't ever had the time to listen to the whole thing. So, like, I fuck with the myriad and variety amount of guests that he has. I've seen maybe 10 or 12 of the podcasts at full length, but the podcast is so good and it goes on for so long. The snippets are enough.
Yeah,
I'll watch
that's right.
a couple hours worth of Joe Rogan podcast snippets.
Did he have Roseanne on there yet?
Not yet.
Okay.
I mean, after the Macaulay Culkin shit, he might as well have her on there.
Yikes.
That nigga was talking about some weirdo shit.
See, I have two favorite podcasts. One, of course, is Angela Yee. You have to give it up to her.
Lip
Y'all-
service. It's called lip
Yes,
Okay,
service.
wait a minute. Since you listen to Angela Yee, do you listen to DJ Envy's?
No,
Yeah.
Ah.
DJ Envy's so
Wait,
boring.
You gotta listen to
He's
DJ
so
Envy.
boring.
he's
Just
too
because
light skinned.
you're light skinned, you gotta
Gotta
respect
support.
him.
But he's too light skinned. But to bring it on, but the
Too
second
light-skinned.
one is
Okay,
y'all
brother.
have to Shannon Sharp.
He
and
got a
Skip
podcast?
Bayless.
Yep.
They got a podcast.
Undisputed.
I
That's
can't.
not a podcast.
Skip.
That is
might
not a
as
podcast.
well. It might as well be.
is.
That is not a
I
podcast.
listen to it.
That's
But
too
go
much
ahead.
cooning for me.
Okay,
That's
what's
too much
yours?
cooning.
What's your
What's
favorite
yours?
podcast right now?
I hate listening to Joe Budden.
Ooh, love it.
Shout out to Joey.
Yes.
I hate listening
He's
to
a villain.
it, but I'll listen to it.
That's the point of him.
And also, it's Joe Rogan. I love Joe Rogan because it's like Joe Rogan will put, you don't know what type of guest he'll have.
That's why I fuck with it.
And if
He be having everybody on
he has
there.
everybody. Like he had Neil deGrasse on there one time, and I actually listened to that whole episode.
That episode was great. Where they
It
was
was
talking
amazing.
about the moon landing and
Yeah,
shit.
talking moon landing.
Man, Joe need to hurry the fuck up and bring Eddie Bravo back on the show.
I
He
need
should.
to get hers. She gonna say Howard Stern. Watch.
Hey,
Back in the day, bring it back.
talking
Got
about
to.
Remember
Howard
they had
Stern.
Okay, yeah, that might have been one of the first
Yeah.
podcasts I've ever
Yeah.
listened to, but currently it's hard to say. I think one of my top favorites though is Last Podcast on the Left.
I heard of that podcast.
They're,
I heard
those
of that
guys,
podcast. I never
they're
listened to it.
honestly fucking hilarious.
Wow.
They're just a bunch of huge nerds that
Nerds, give it up.
I like Screen Rants.
That's all she had.
they go into some
Wait,
details
Hal,
about some
was it Hal
pretty creepy
Rudnick?
shit,
Yeah.
but they're
Yeah,
so
Hal
funny.
Rudnick is
Yes.
good.
Last podcast on the left.
Try them out. They're pretty funny.
I definitely will
This
listen
was
to
so
them.
much fun, y'all.
Yeah, it was
We
great.
appreciate y'all for coming out. We
Thank you
appreciate
for
our guests. And
having
we
me.
appreciate.
I
our-
hope to come again and visit y'all.
For sure.
Please.
Definitely on the
Please do.
favorites list.
We're getting a lot of good reviews.
Double tap.
You
that
were
picture.
you were definitely a hoot.
Didn't I tell you when I walked in I was gonna be a hoot?
Anybody
did
that's
say
all
that.
pimply faced, I'm gonna refer them to you.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
No
Shout out
problem.
to all the pimply face listeners.
No,
Please,
don't.
y'all.
Shout out to the
No.
fact that we had 3 callers today.
We did have 3. That was a record.
That's amazing.
Hey, I did
Low-key,
tell
that
y'all
was
this
a
was gonna
record.
be the 6-9 of
Congratulations.
y'all podcast.
That was a record for the callers. Shout out to
So
the
you
callers.
6'9" now?
Shout out to everybody
Yeah.
that called in.
I wanna-
What episode is this? Like
12.
12. I was about to say 11. Okay,
We
so
are
for
gearing up
69, you
for
do
our
have to do
season
something.
finale. We are gearing up.
I want to thank everybody that came out and listened to us. Please like, share, and subscribe for more Haddage every Tuesday, live, 9 o'clock ish. You know, CPT. Bear with us.
CPT.
We love y'all.
Shout out to the Detroit Podcast.
Shout out to Detroit
Shout out to
Podcast.
Detroit Podcast for hosting this.
And I hope you motherfuckers actually heeded my advice last week and got them goddamn Audible accounts. They did sponsor our
Yeah, shout out to
episode.
Audible.com for sponsoring us.
Wait, before she cut y'all off, Bear needs to now he needs to sponsor the bag of dicks.
All right, let's end this.
All
He
right.
has to.
It's signing out.
Be on the
he's
look.
done.
Be on the lookout for the Baron Dick bag.
I love it.
The
And
gummies,
candles.
the gummies, gummy dicks,
Hashtag
gummy dicks in the
Baron
bag.
Dick Bag.
But until next time, this has been the mighty Meta Baron.
Voice the villain.
Macho Samson.
Brittany.
And Ruhan.
There we go.
And we are out.
Mic's off. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, I
here.
love it.
That was
Thank y'all for shutting
Thank
the
y'all.
fuck up.
a hoot, y'all.
Had a good episode. Great episode.
That was such a flabbergasted time.
Like, what did we talk about?
We talked about serious
lot.
shit. Actually,
We talked about everything
talked
except
about a
that was
lot.
on the list. The shit that we was.
You know what? I'm glad it worked like that because it was organic.
Yeah, it was organic.